Good morning and welcome to the Friday morning show. It's round 2 because the first time didn't work. So here we are, technology. We're trying to get this to work with us. So I am here for the Friday morning show Q&A edition, and this is the second time that I've come live because I want to make sure that you can hear me. If you're watching now either live or the replay, please let me know that you can hear me, okay? Because I want to be able to communicate with you. So share with me, can you hear me? Are you here with me? If you are, let me know what your favorite color is. That's what I want to know from you today. Oh, yay. Okay, Taylor, we're good. Crystal, all good. Yay. Oh, Dawn, you came. Yay. And I think, Amanda, did I see that you're here too? Yay, welcome. Good morning. Okay, comment in, what's your favorite color? I want to know. I'm really curious. And if you're watching the replay, you know how it goes. Hashtag replay and tag me in one of your posts so I get a notification so I get to come back and hang out with you here, okay? Taylor, purple, awesome. I also love purple. Purple is part of my branding colors, actually. Crystal, teal. Yeah, teal is also a great color, and that was part of my branding previously before I was Deanna Deacon Coaching. So, look at that. Today, ladies, we are doing a Q&A style. My phone's really wobbly. Sorry if it makes you seasick. I'm not sure why that is, but we'll see if I can solidify that. Today we're doing a Q&A style. So I went in the Empowered Woman Collective and I said, hey, hit me up with your questions. I want to just like bang out as much support as possible in a short period of time. So Taylor sent in a bunch of questions, which is awesome. For those of you who are here with me live, I want your questions while we're here, okay? So as we're going through this, any thoughts that come up, any questions you have for me, something that you think that I could really speak to or that you've been curious about within my life or the coaching that I offer or just something within yourself that you think I could give some support around, go ahead and pop those questions in and we're just gonna keep going through them together, okay? Taylor tagged a bunch of babes, nice, thank you. So today's a Q&A. We're going to talk basically like all things spirituality, personal development, potentially even business. I'm just going to let things roll out so you can gain as much support as possible. Have your notebook with you so that you can take notes. Kelsey's here. Hi, good morning. And I also have some exciting news that came this morning while I was in meditation, which is super weird. Got my notepad. So this morning, I was reflecting on consumerism, and especially this time of year, as you know, how all of us tend to, not all of us, but a lot of us tend to purchase so many things. We want to consume everything possible, and I'm a huge culprit in that. I love shopping. I love shopping. I love it. I love it. I love it, especially around the holidays. I friggin' love going to the mall and having Christmas music everywhere and seeing all the Christmas decorations and buying a ridiculous amount of things, which for me is probably like 5 things, but I love it. And I was reflecting on that in meditation this morning and asking myself, what is that about? And why do we have that in our DNA? What is it that we love about it? And instead of getting to the bottom of why that is, I decided to play with it for the greater good. So I was thinking about, for those of you who don't know Hay House, hayhouse.com has a 50% off deal for Black Friday. And I was like, woo, buying all these books for like $5, $10. It was super exciting. And then I realized, why aren't we all spending more money and energy into the things that are going to serve us more deeply rather than just buying like Christmas socks or Christmas ties or whatever it is that you buy as those silly little gifts? So I decided, which I have never done before, I'm going to do a Black Friday sale, and it's going to be all spirituality, personal development, self-care, self-love aspects, and it's all going to be digital products, so there's no waste being created, and things are going to be priced at $15. Everything that I'm going to offer is $15. So I am going to create an email after this because the idea came to me this morning. I'm going to create an email after this and send it out to everybody on my list. If you're not already on my list, go to deannadeacon.com/unshakable self. Download your free 5-step guide to having unshakable confidence, and then you're going to be on the list and you'll get that email. Okay? Does that sound good? I'm very excited about it. Okay. Woo! Dawn, sorry, it's real wobbly. Dawn, good morning. You made it. Yay. Getting so many intuitive hits. How do you feel about using THC? Okay. How do you feel about using THC to get aligned, even if it becomes so overwhelming? Okay. Whew, Great question to start off with. So I personally do not have very much experience with THC. So that one itself, I can't speak directly to. However, I can speak to the rest of that question. Getting so many intuitive hits, using something to get you aligned, even if it becomes so overwhelming. So I think one of the key things when you're getting so much intuition flowing through you, so many perhaps visuals, so many, feels like lots of speaking to you, a lot is flowing in, a lot of ideas, a lot of creativity, all of those pieces flowing in. I think the key thing to begin with is to ground yourself. Anything that you can do to ground into the experience in the now, to allow yourself to be present here, is going to help you to know which of those intuitive hits are meant for you to really receive and perhaps take action on or share with someone, and what is just flowing around in universe. And I think it's really important as you open yourself to receive more, there is going to be more flowing in. The grounding aspect allows you to solidify into you and your mission and what is meant to flow through you. It also helps you to create a more sustainable, balanced life for yourself, because if you're walking around just like constantly bombarded with everything flowing into you, it's challenging to take action. It's challenging to be able to have any thoughts that are your own. It's challenging to know that you're in your physical experience and when you're there. So I would say create a really strong grounding practice. Working with some of the lower chakras is really important for grounding, as well as literally like grounding meditations and visualizations, feeling your feet on the earth. If it's not too cold where you are, putting your bare feet on the ground and allowing yourself to root into Mother Gaia and really sinking into that. It's not necessarily designed for that, but I do have a meditation called Root to Rise that you can get on my website. And that meditation, if you don't already have it, you might. That one is a really great one for rooting and then allowing yourself to then come up and offer yourself out. So let me know how that feels, if that answered your question. I know it wasn't directly what you had asked, but it's roundabout. Taylor D is Black Friday. Preach, girl. Thank you. Amy's here. Kelsey. Oh, no, you didn't. Yeah, I did, Kelsey. Taylor. Oh, my God. Yay, Kelsey. Coaching. It's not actual coaching programs because those can't be $15, because I would absolutely burn out if I tried to offer coaching for $15 or even less than I do. And something else that I've noticed is when people don't pay money, they don't commit. It's just, I've seen it time and time again. When I gift things to people, like, they get something out of it, but when they've paid $1,000 or $3,000 or $6,000 to be a part of something, man, they are showing up. And it works for me too. My coach that I work with right now costs a lot of money, a lot more than I have. But I make it work, and I'm so deeply committed to getting the transformation that I know that I can receive from her because of that commitment. So, side note on that, Kelsey. Okay, Dawn, thank you, beautiful. You're welcome. Kelsey missed the 15. yeah, that's fine. Dawn was perfect. Kelsey, no, don't do that. You are worth millions. Oh, why, thank you, Kelsey. Taylor, when you pay attention. Good one. I like that. Yeah, that's absolutely true. So, okay, that was our first Q&A for Q. That was our first Q, Emma first A. We're going to lead into some more. Just before we do, I'm going to tell you 2 things that are going to be on the Black Friday sale because it's so much fun. First of all, some of you have already had this, so that's fine. You won't be super excited, but it is a really incredible tool. So for those of you who have not experienced it, you want this. It's awesome. Self-Care as Self-Love Workshop is a 2-hour recorded workshop that I did, I think, earlier this year. I think it was in the winter. And it's literally me with all of my self-care products all around me, pouring them out, showing you what it is, how I use it, when I use it, as well as adding in like what I do for morning routines, what I do for evening routines, how I care for my body, how I make sure that my skin feels incredible, what makeup I use. It's all the things. So that's going to be one of the workshops that you can download for $15 for the Black Friday sale. That's one. The second one is something that nobody has experienced because I've kept it close to my heart because it was mine. It's mine. It's for me. But I decided it's time for me to share it with you. And this is, I call it the self-love meditation. And it's maybe a bit more of a visualization or like an affirmations recording, but it's what I've recorded for myself and what I listen to daily to build myself up, to fill myself wholly and fully with love for myself. And it's literally just me gushing about what I see within me And when I was reflecting on whether or not I want to share this, I realized that what I see in me is what I see in all of us. And I believe, especially as women, that we all need this, that this is having ourselves built up from the inside out is what allows this cup to be overflowing, and then we get to pour out to others. So it's literally a 5.5 minute guided audio, I suppose. I don't even know if I call it a meditation. And I can't stop smiling by the end of it. I feel incredible. I feel lit up. I feel excited. It's so amazing. So for the Black Friday sale, you're going to be able to receive that for $15, and you'll get access to it online. You can have it forever. Listen to it 5 times a day. I guarantee it's going to bring a smile to your face and lift you up energetically and feel so good about yourself. So that's another thing that's being offered. Yeah? You guys like it? Sweet. Taylor, haha, this lines up with my creations. I'm not sure what that means. Sounds so good, Dee. Thank you, Taylor. Okay. So, I'm just looking at some more questions. Those of you who are here with me live, if you haven't said hello, I mean, come on, let me know you're here. Go ahead, comment in, and share with me what your favorite color is. I haven't heard from all of you. What's your favorite color? And we're doing a Q&A. So I want to know, what questions do you have for me? What questions are you curious about? I know that you've kind of been following along for a little while. You've observed some of what I teach, some of what my coaching looks like. What do you want to know? Do you want to know more about what is coaching? I had a woman recently ask me, I think I want to hire a coach, but I don't even know what that is. And I don't even know what that would be. And so we had a conversation about that. And perhaps you have that same question. If so, ask me, and I'm here to share it with you. Perhaps you're curious about creating more balance in your home life, at home, between your partner, your kids, yourself, your spirituality, your self-help, whatever it might be. Ask me the question. I've got an A. You give me the Q, I got your A. Okay? And I've also got some here that I'm going to answer from Taylor as well. And for the record, my honey just got home, and I asked him this morning if he'd come on the Friday morning show with me, and he said no. So rude. It's not his thing. He's much better as a t-shirt girl, for those of you who are at the conference. Okay, first question. Taylor. So one of the questions that Taylor asked was caring for yourself with oils. That is a fabulous question. So essential oils have been a huge part of my life since I came back from New Zealand. For those of you who don't know my story, head to my website, go to the About page. You can read a little bit more about it. But basically, I became so emotionally distraught and depressed while living in New Zealand that my body broke down. And we ended up cutting our trip short, coming home early. I was so skinny. I couldn't eat. I was living off of boiled eggs, rice cakes, and I think I was drinking chocolate almond milk because I was trying to put weight on my body. I was very unwell and very emotionally unwell, which is what led to the entire experience, but I didn't realize that at the time. So when I came back, I was so focused on my body and trying to bring healing back in that's when I turned to essential oils. My whole life I had been like the girl who buys the cheap perfume from the drugstore or the cheap makeup or whatever, and I loved body products and I loved playing and putting makeup on and all these things, but I never thought about what I was putting on my body in terms of products and chemicals. So when I started this journey and I started exploring how does my body heal, I learned about essential oils and plant medicine and how potent and powerful these oils and this medicine can be for our body. It is literally like taking parts of the earth, which is so healing, and bringing it into and onto our bodies. So the oils that I have some experience with, hang on one sec. So the oils that I have most experience with is I've played a little bit with Young Living in the past, the brand Young Living. I have used oils from the company Melaleuca, which is a company that I absolutely love. And but primarily the oils that I use now are doTERRA. And I've been a customer with doTERRA, I think, for 1.5 years maybe. And the reason that that's the brand that I go to is from what I have seen and the bit of research that I've done, they are the purest oils, as well as I just really trust them. They do a lot of research. It seems like a very ethical company. I've had nothing but positive things to say about how the company interacts with me. And a lot of people that I know, love, and trust use those oils as well. So those are the brand that I use primarily. So the question is caring for yourself with oils. So there's many ways to do so. And if this is something that you have some interest in and you want to learn more about, absolutely reach out to me. One of the Black Friday sale offerings is my essential oils for Entrepreneurs and Empaths ebook that I created. And that is a really awesome tool to be able to look into what are different blends of oils, how are they used to support our emotions, and then how can we use them physically as well. So that's going to be coming out in the email later today. Essential Oils for Entrepreneurs and Empaths ebook. It's a lot of E's. So one of the things that I do is I have found specific oils that I have noticed a difference when I wear them and when I don't. So one, for example, I always put on my wrist is called In Tune, and it's a blend through doTERRA that I don't actually know what is in the blend, but that can be looked up easily on Google. But in doing research, I learned that this was actually really powerful at getting you connected into your intuition. So every single client session that I have, every single live video that I do, every single time I connect with someone in a coaching capacity or a teaching, I put this oil on. And to be honest, I don't like the smell of it. I don't enjoy it at all. I use it for the properties of bringing me deeper into my own intuitive guidance. Another one that I use for a lot of, not necessarily intuition, but like spiritual connection to come up to the divine, to come into universal guidance is frankincense. And frankincense I'll often put on the top of my head. And it's just to sort of help. It helps visually and physically because I put an oil here and I can feel it, but it also helps energetically for my crown chakra to open. And the more and more I meditate on opening my crown chakra, it expands significantly. So I feel like I'm pouring energy from the universe into a space like this, pouring into my body. It is so incredible. And frankincense is a really powerful oil for that. I often will use things like a peppermint and a citrus to diffuse. I don't always put it in or on my body, but I will diffuse it to lift me up. So especially in the winter when I spend all day inside, when I'm using artificial lights to bring me some brightness, that's what I find really helps me to like bing, pick up a little bit. So especially if I have a whole bunch of client sessions for that day, some sort of peppermint, sometimes eucalyptus with a citrus oil blended together is really powerful for me. Yeah, Taylor, it is. Holy shit. It is cool. So there's so many ways to use oils. I'm just going to stop with those 3. If you want to know more about it, absolutely you should grab the Essential Oils for Entrepreneurs and Empaths ebook, because it does, like I said, it talks about the oil blend, it talks about the emotional components of it and why you would use it, and then how to use it for your body. One side thing, essential oils, don't go to the drugstore and buy a $5 bottle and put it all over your body or put it in your tea. Don't do it. Don't do it. There's a reason that oils from a company like doTERRA cost more, because they do not have crap in them, because they are pure and they are essential and they are therapeutic grade, which means that for some of them you can consume them, which means that for some of them you can put them on your body without a carrier oil. But please be careful, because this is plant medicine. It is literally from the earth and so concentrated, it is very powerful. For example, I used to go to my aunt's house all the time when I was living in Victoria, going through my healing journey, started learning about essential oils, and she had a rose oil, which by the way is like $100 for a little bottle of rose oil, because it's hard to get that much oil from roses, but it is amazing. If any of you have ever been to Sparkling Hills, the rose steam room, oh my goodness, it's so good. So I used to take Auntie Sue's rose oil and I would put it on my wrists, and I was like, oh, I smell so good. Literally, I did that 3 times. Within 10 minutes, I had diarrhea within 10 minutes, and my body felt so sick and ill from rose oil, because I would go drop, put it on my wrist. I smell so great, and I had no idea of the potency of the oil itself, and I didn't know that my body responded that way. So for the first 2 times, it was just a coincidence in my head. The 3rd time I started to see the pattern, and I now know that I have a rose water spray that I actually make from the roses in my yard, and I use that as a spray because it's primarily water with a little bit of the scent. So this is the way that oils have strong potency, okay? Hopefully that makes sense for you guys. Okay, that was a long answer. Okay, Dawn, want to know how you started your speaking job. Ooh, okay. First of all, anything that you want to do in life starts with wanting to do it and coming into the belief and the knowing of that desire within you. And something that I've worked with my coach a lot is that our desires are there to guide us to what we're meant to be doing. And there's a part of me that I always was fearful that if I said I want to speak, I want to be on stage, I want to share myself in this way, that I would be seen as full of myself and pompous and, like just full of myself. That was my fear. And it took a lot of personal healing for me to come to a place to fully accept that it's not actually about me. It's the fact that I have the ability to speak clearly in an open way that people can communicate and connect with that makes a difference for them. So why would I not use that as a tool to be able to serve my message? And so it's taken me a lot of personal growth to be able to get to that place. But the very first thing that you would need to do, Dawn, is really understand, is this a part of my calling? Is this something that I deeply, truly want to do in my life? Once that's the case, you start shifting your thoughts towards what would that look like? How did that or how could that happen? I started just researching. I read a lot of Gabrielle Bernstein's books, and I read a bunch of blog posts and stories about how she got started. I ended up doing a speaking coaching program with Chantel Adams this year, which was fabulous, and that got me a really great demo video and a speaker one sheet and all the things to help me be seen as professional. And just on this topic, this is big. This weekend, I'm putting together a proposal for my very first keynote speaker opportunity for a Women in Business Leadership Conference in 2020. Isn't that exciting? It feels so incredible because this is something that I've been moving towards for the past few years. And I absolutely love speaking. Otherwise, I would not be doing a show every Friday and a podcast every Wednesday or hosting a conference. Like, come on. So clearly this is something that is so true to my heart, and thanks you guys. Thanks for those hearts. It feels really incredible, and I'm so excited to put that proposal together, and it feels amazing to know that what I can deliver, what I can bring forward is of that much value, and my goal has to become a sought after paid keynote speaker. So I'm on the path. So Dawn, that's just a little tidbit to get you started. If you want to go into that further, or when we have our session together, we can always chat about that, or we can talk about it a little bit later too, okay? Did you do a program, recommend anything? So the program that I did for speaking specifically was with Chantel. Yeah. Amy, what resources do you recommend for learning more about chakras? Okay, cool. So there's tons of information online. You could literally Google and you'd find a lot. If you want an actual program, Sonia has Sonia Foss Yoga. For those of you who don't know her, can someone tag Sonia in this actually? Taylor, you're really great at that. Can you tag Sonia? It's her birthday today, so tag her so that she can come in and watch this and know that we're talking about her. Sonia has a program that's a do-it-yourself kind of program, and I'm pretty sure it's like for each chakra, she does a training video as well as a meditation to help you feel into that energy center in your body. It's a really great program. I was a part of it when she did it live, and now it's kind of a do-it-yourself. And I'd highly recommend that if you want someone to help guide you through it. Like I said, there's lots of resources online, but Sonia has been doing a lot of studying with the chakras and energy centers, and she's just also a powerful healer and teacher. So I would recommend her program for sure. I don't know any more details than that. So I'll maybe connect with her, send her a message, or Sonia, if you're watching this at some point, can you please leave some information about your program for us, please? Thank you. Little birthday gift for you. Okay, Dawn, it is, you feel ready. Amazing. Mic drop. Yeah, you guys, so I didn't do it at the conference. There wasn't really a moment for it, but my vision is that at one of my conferences, I'm gonna mic drop, but I think I need to buy like a mic from the dollar store because I don't want to ruin the one I've rented. But I feel like that's going to be such a good moment. Taylor, Sonia Foss Yoga, we're chatting about you, girl, and happy birthday. Yay. Okay, next question. Does anyone have one here that you want to comment in? And I can go ahead and respond to it. If you're watching the replay, comment your questions in and tag me so that I can come back and respond to, perhaps next Friday we'll do another Q&A, and that way I can share with you then. So if questions come up, go ahead and type them in the comments, or go to the thread in the Empowered Woman Collective and post them there, and I'll come back to those for future Q&As, okay? Okay. Hydration moment. Okay, next question. Okay. What question is your first go-to is your go-to first thing in the morning? What question is your go-to first thing in the morning? That's a great question. So let me think on that for a second. When I first wake up, I don't ask a question, actually. When I come into meditation, I do. But when I, like that moment when I first wake up, the very first thing that I do is I, almost every single time, either Dixie is still laying beside me or Dixie and Luke are laying beside me, and I roll over and I cuddle into one or both of them, and I say thank you. And I say thank you for the love that I feel for them. I say thank you for the cuddles and the warmth of the bed. I say thank you for the softness of this incredible mattress we bought for ourselves. I say thank you for the view out my window where I can see the trees. I can see what the weather is doing outside. I say thank you for this family that I have where I feel so safe to be myself. I say thank you for the coziness. We are a very cuddly, cozy family. I say thank you for that. I say thank you for the fact that I don't have to wake up with an alarm anymore. I say thank you for everything possible. Everything I can like see or touch or taste or feel in that moment, I give gratitude for that. And I do that until it feels full. And when I feel full, then I'm willing to get out of bed. Or then I might roll over and check my phone. I try not to, but I still do it. But I do my best to get into that full sense of gratitude before taking any action forward. And then when it comes to meditation, a question that I often ask is just what will, like this is, I think I got this from Gabrielle Bernstein and it might be from A Course of Miracles. What will you have me learn today? What will you have me know today? What do I need to know? What do you want me to hear? Just opening myself to whatever guidance wants to come in. And I'm aiming that towards God, towards universal energy, the divine, my higher self. Just opening my channels to receive. Yeah. So that was a great question. Thank you for that one. Kelsey has a question here. How do you create a meditation routine? I've been using guided, but would like to just use silence. I feel there's so many different options. Yes. Okay. Let's not even talk about a routine yet. Let's just talk about you going from guided to silent. Okay. Silent meditation is so powerful. It's so powerful. But I can understand it is a bit like intimidating or uncomfortable when you don't know what to do, or you can just feel your brain going. So first of all, I say start with like a minute and a half. Start really, really short. And all you're doing for that minute and a half is focusing on something. I watched a video that a monk had shared. I don't even remember what the monk's name was, but he was sharing that meditation is not about having no thoughts, because we constantly have thoughts. And if your goal is to not think, then you're gonna beat yourself up because you're not doing it right. And his theory and his concept was meditation is about taking your monkey mind and focusing it on something. And when you focus is when the subconscious starts to play. So think for an example, you know when you've been driving somewhere that you've driven 1,000,000 times before and suddenly, or let's say you're driving home, suddenly you're home and you don't even remember physically driving? It's because you were allowing your body, like you were telling your body to do something and it was doing it, but you weren't present to what was happening because you were allowing your subconscious to play. So it's the same concept. You give your monkey mind and your thoughts a focal point. So it could be your breath in and out, in and out. It could be a mantra or a statement. I am love. I am love. Or perhaps a question. Who am I? maybe don't start with that one. But some sort of question that you could bring forward and you're just repeating. That's also what the point of a mala necklace is. For anyone who's in 100 Mile, I'm hosting a mala workshop tonight in 100 Mile that you should absolutely come to. Message me if you want details. But a mala is similar to, I believe, like a rosary where it's 108 beads. And the intention is that you just flick each bead through your fingers and say your mantra. So as you go through for chanting or mantras or meditation, you just go bead and then bead and then bead and then bead. And each time you say your question, your mantra, your intention, whatever that might be. So Kelsey, to answer your question, I say start short and give yourself one focus. One thing that I'll often do just to get myself into meditation, just to get myself started, is a similar breath technique that Vanessa taught at the conference, the 4-part breath. Inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold for 4. And so the whole time you're literally counting in your head, inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. And it gives you something to focus on, yeah? And that allows you to keep everything centered. And then within that, that's when your subconscious starts to come out and play. So give that a try and let me know how that feels for you, okay? Okay. Yay, good tip. Okay, good. Taylor, starting with gratitude. Yes, I know, it's a really beautiful practice. Okay, let's do one more question. One more, and then I've got to get going working on an email, you guys, so that I can give you all this good stuff. Yeah, box breathing. Yeah, has anyone seen that Facebook like little GIF or whatever that's going around where it's that box? So it's like breathe like this, and it's all these different boxes, and then it closes. Yeah, same concept. One more question. One more question. I want it from someone here. What's going on in your life right now that you would love to ask? I know sometimes it's intimidating to ask, but I hope you know by now we're in a safe place here. It is in around Deanna Dean Coaching Community. I hold you with so much love and support. It is okay for you to have weird questions. It's okay for you to ask things that feel a little out of your comfort zone. So go ahead, ask your question. I'm going to wait here until it comes in. And while I'm waiting, go ahead, ask your question. While I'm waiting, if you have any questions about Empowered Woman Mastery, this program, the more I think about it, the more I sink into it, it is friggin' phenomenal. I'm offering so much. And it's the same price point as working with me one-on-one has been for the past 2 years. So just so that you know, if you are considering working with me one-on-one, in 2020, I'm not going to be doing any programs less than 6 months for a time frame. It's going to be at least a minimum of 6 months, which means the price point, of course, has to go up because it's a longer duration that people will be working with me. So please know that if you're looking for some coaching support, the Empowered Woman Mastery is an incredible amount of support and time and resources and coaching and all the things for a really incredible price point for what you get. So if you've been considering it, please ask me any questions you have. I'm here. I want to share it with you. I want to know if it's the right fit for you. If it's not, I promise I'll tell you. And if it is, I promise I'll tell you. So let me know, okay? Dawn, being called to share Kayla Martin, today's Dr. Ruth. Great sex is direct from God. Amazing. I just actually signed up for a program last night that's with a friend of mine who lives in New Zealand, who I lived with when I was there, and she is hosting kind of like I think it's a do-it-yourself sex program, and it's going to be 4 sessions where she's teaching just a lot about self-care via sex, and I'm really excited to be a part of it, and I'm really excited just to explore it because I agree. I think that our entire society has downplayed sexuality and eroticism because there is a lot of negativity in it, because there's things like pornography are so degrading to other individuals, and there's a whole scary world out there that's based around that aspect of sex. But when I have been exploring, I'm a very creative person, and when I've been exploring creating new coaching programs or creating new offerings for my community, it generally comes from that creative place within my body, which happens to be down here. And I can feel that Shakti energy rising within me. I can feel that kind of like, that zest for life and that feeling of, yeah, that feels good. And that's where my creative juices flow from. That's where it comes from. So there's nothing bad or wrong about that. It is completely sacred. It is so beautiful and sacred when we can honor it in that way. So Dawn, I know that wasn't a question, but I feel like, yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. That's amazing. Layla Martin, I don't know a lot about her, but I'm pretty sure I've seen some of her work. So maybe you want to share a little bit of that in the Empowered Woman Collective. Who knows? Hi, Roberta. Can you hear me now? I don't know if you've been here the whole time. We're just wrapping up, but hopefully you've been able to hear me. You guys, I'm waiting for one more question. We're not ending this until I get one more. You guys know how I work. Come on, let's go. Also, one more thing. Well, I'm hosting a holiday mindset masterclass, which is really, really awesome, but it's only for those who are in the Empowered Woman Mastery. So if you know that you need extra support around the holidays and you've been considering mastery, let me know ASAP so that you can get in on our holiday mindset masterclass, okay? It's gonna be really fun. And another thing, in January, I'm hosting an intuition masterclass, which is so awesome. It's like a half-day online retreat where we dive deep into your intuition, spirituality, receiving guidance from your higher self, from God, from the universe. Oh, it's just so good. That's happening in January. You can find it on Eventbrite. Or I think on my Facebook page, if you look under events, you can see it there. So maybe consider joining me for that because that'll be really fun. Okay, yes, Roberta can hear me, yay! And Dawn, need to connect with female run pork where there is pay. Okay, Dawn, I'm not sure what that means. I think maybe something perhaps is not spelled correctly in there. Taylor, okay, here is our final question. Transition from Vitality Pure to DDC. How did that shift occur? Great question. So, little backstory for those of you who maybe are new to following me. I started my company as a holistic health coach, and it was called Vitality Pure. And I friggin' loved it. It was amazing. Vitality Pure it felt like such a reflection of me at the time. That's when my logo, you can actually go into Google and search Vitality Pure Deanna Deacon. You'll see this beautiful white and teal lotus that I created myself. I did the graphics for it, and I just loved everything about it. It felt good. So I started as a health coach. I started coaching individuals primarily focused on their health, their fitness, weight loss, what is bringing them more energy, that sort of thing. And while I was good at it, I didn't love it. I found that people would come to me for the health and fitness, but that's not what we talked about. Then we would transition into personal empowerment, mindset techniques, emotional resiliency. We would transition into the topics that I coach on today. And I was noticing that calling myself a health coach didn't feel authentic to me anymore. So I knew that I needed to transition into more of a life coaching component. And at that point, I had taken multiple different trainings as well. I had my holistic health coach designation, but then I also took multiple other trainings to move more into life coaching. So it was in October, 3 years ago maybe, and I was so friggin' busy. I remember my calendar was full. I had so much going on in my life, in my world. There was no space for anything new. And I felt the intuitive guidance, you need to be Deanna Deacon Coaching. And I was like, no, I don't. That's ridiculous. I'm too afraid to put my name out there. If I have my name as my brand, then I have to own it in my body. I have to be that person every single day. I am not committed to that. Nope. And it kept coming up, and it was literally just intuitive guidance. It just felt like it had to happen. And so I was working with Vanessa, who's my graphic designer, and I was like, I don't know, man, I think I have to do this. And she's like, let's do it. We can totally bang this out. So we created a whole new company, an entire new brand in a couple weeks, I think. And I was going to be speaking at the Interior Wellness Festival, and I'm pretty sure, this timeline might line up, but I'm pretty sure we got the new website, the new branding, everything done in time for Interior Wellness so that I could then share it with everybody that way. And it's the best thing I've ever done. It's the best thing. It feels so true to me. The logo that Vanessa created for me, my logo that you've probably seen before, Vanessa literally drew it and then put it into her computer and made it amazing. Every time I send an email and see that logo, I feel a sense of gratitude, because it feels like a true reflection of me. It's a combination of a lotus and a mandala symbol, and the two of them together with gold, and it's Deanna. And I feel so much more freedom in being Deanna Deacon Coaching, because who I am is what I offer. And I believe in myself, and I trust in what it is that I offer, and I know that I can deliver high quality coaching and retreats and conferences and experiences and trainings and shows and all of these things. And I feel really strong and solidified in the fact that my name is attached to that, because I know the level of quality that I'm committed to. I know the level of integrity that I hold within myself and with my business. And it feels really wonderful. So yeah, that's my transition from Vitality Pure to DDC. And now I can feel that, not that I'm changing it, but things are shifting, because now that I have this incredible staff team, I want this to be a little bit more of just a full community. So some things are shifting within me. I don't think Deanna Deacon Coaching is going to change or go anywhere, but there may be something new arising. I'm not sure. So I'm just sitting with that, and I just wait until I feel so strongly that intuition that it's time to take action. And when I feel that, that's when it happens. So yeah. Okay, lovelies, I'm so grateful for you showing up every Friday. Thank you for joining me. Thanks for participating. Thanks for being a part of it. I love you. And don't forget, if you have more questions, either post them in the Empowered Woman Collective or tag me in a comment here, so that maybe next week or another time I can answer those questions for you. And If you're not on my email list already, get your butt over to DeannaDeacon.com and get yourself on your email list. I'm going to get going creating a really epic email for you. If there's any spelling mistakes, I'm sorry. I'm going to try to do it really quickly because I want to get this out to you. But that's for all of the Black Friday deals that are going out today. $15. Everything that's offered is going to be a digital product, so there's no garbage created. There's nothing that needs to be put back out into the world to create garbage in our beautiful oceans. And everything is geared towards you and your personal growth, which if we're going to be spending money and we're going to be consuming in some way, why not allow it to be something that allows us to light up, to feel really whole and full in who we are, and to support ourselves in our evolutionary journey moving forward. I love you all. Ciao.